All right, I'm here at the Milton Theater with Deanna Fitzpatrick. Thank you so much for joining me and taking time out of your day. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jana. It's great to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, so I'm just going to jump right into it. Could you tell me a little bit about your first time seeing spirits and how you came about?
Okay, yeah, I went to see a hypnotherapist, and it was for weight loss. The weight loss part didn't work. But anyway, the lady who did the hypnosis, she was very eclectic. She used to be a nurse. She did readings in her home. She did hypnotherapy, and she did weddings in a chapel. And the chapel was part of her house. So she was showing me after the hypnosis her wedding chapel. And while I'm standing in the chapel, I started smelling flowers, but there were no real flowers there. And then next thing I noticed, there was a woman standing in front of me in spirit. So I just said, Mary, there's a lady here. And she said, what's her name and what does she want? And I guess this happens all the time at Mary's house. So somebody had once asked me if I was afraid. And I was like, no, I just thought this was what was happening in Mary's house. I didn't think it was going to keep happening to me after I left there. So
When did you decide to start doing your readings professionally and start holding events and demonstrations?
So I did choose to leave my banking job in 2005. I started working professionally in a little store in Main Street called Purple Sage in 2006. And it was just one-on-ones at that time, so it was a slow haul in the beginning, because when you have one person that you read, then you only have 3 people that they might tell. So around 2009, I started doing private gatherings, usually 8 to 10 people, and I go to their home, and then those people will tell more people. So I feel like that was a big thing about getting things started for me, where this has become a full-time job since 2010. So
What has been your biggest struggle that you faced through this whole process?
I think sometimes it's just dealing with the emotions that come with working in grief 4 or 5 days a week. And it's, it's other people's grief. It's not my pain, but I tend to feel sometimes too much for other people. So I have to at times step back and take a break, take care of myself, and then get back in gear again.
And what do you hope that people take out of you communicating with spirits and people from their past?
Well, I hope that they have an acknowledgement that their folks are okay, that the ones that have passed on are all okay, that they're doing great, living in heaven or another dimension, whatever you choose to call it, and that the information they give, the evidence that they give when they're getting read, will give them an opportunity to know that. So they'll come through with evidence and then loving messages. I really hope that that helps them deal with their grief.
All right, and again, I just want to thank you so much for coming out and doing an interview with me. I look forward to seeing your demonstration next Friday.
Thank you, Jana.